see. Okay. I am so excited to do this. I was just thinking of someone that I wanted to hop on here that I know we've had her on before, but just literally is such an amazing person. So, Krystin, you should be able to unmute yourself, but if you just want to start by like sharing your story, I'm literally shedding all over myself. Oh my God. Just start by sharing your story and then we can go from there.
Hello, you guys. I should have brought my water in here. Sorry, we like last minute had people over for dinner and I was like, I have a Zoom. So I'm like telling my sister, cook this. It's like, it's all good. But so my name is Krystin Kirkendall. I have been in this business for 5.5 years. It says my internet connection is unstable. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off on my other computer. Okay. So I've been in for almost 6 years, which is so crazy and exciting at the same time. I was a broke stay-at-home mom. I just wanted an extra income from home. And I was at home with my daughter Ella at the time. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, if I go back to work, then it's the same price as daycare, or I can find something else. But I didn't know that something like this existed. So I saw a post on social media, on Instagram actually, and I was like, I'm in. Like, I'm doing this. There's $1,000 baby bonus available. And I was like, that's what I need is $1,000. And so I joined because of that Ruby bonus. And I earned that bonus in 2 weeks. And then I went Emerald in 3 weeks. And I was like so excited. I was like, yes, I'm going diamond. And I went diamond my second month, double my third month, and triple diamond my fourth month. And I was just honestly so excited about the business that I didn't even know that I was doing it fast, and I didn't even care. I was just excited to make money and to do this, for my family. So 11 months in, I went presidential, and I've been in the business obviously for a long time, seen a lot of ups and downs, but I've had so much like come from this business. We've been able to pay off all of our debt, built a house, and I brought my husband home from the oil field. I was able to help him start up a new business venture that he had debt-free because of being able to save and all of that stuff. So it's just been an incredible opportunity for our family, and I love it. So that is my story in a short 5-year recap.
I love that so much. I just love how, like, I remember, like, whenever I joined, I was like, oh my gosh, Krystin Kirkendall. I met her at Green Carpet. You guys, I literally fainted.
Oh my God.
I think about
Yes.
that every time I see you, and I'm like, I literally laughed so hard because we were walking out of the hotel, and I saw her and Courtney Labby, and I literally was like I was frozen in my tracks. It was so funny.
I remember that.
Literally, I don't know if I'll ever forget that. That was hilarious. But I just love the story so much, and just like seeing your dream home like literally come together. I just cannot wait for that day. I'm so excited.
Yes.
But I'm trying to think. So, sorry guys, my brain is like literally all over the place right now. But if anyone has any questions for her as we go through this, just put them in the chat because I have it up. I don't want to miss them or miss out on them. Goodness. But one of the first questions that we had for you was like, how does your day look like working this business, being a busy mom, you're a stay-at-home mom of 2, just like, what does your day look like basically?
Yeah. Okay. So, before I broke my leg, I would say it was a lot better. And I'm going to go back to that. I got my boot off today. So he said like I can gain activity as I feel. So I cannot wait to like be able to like walk and jog and all that again normally. But I think that before I broke my leg was like the best time I had been in this business forever. And I was like doing my best. I was my best self. And honestly, I was waking up early and I was going for like a 30 to an hour minute walk or jog every single morning, listening to self-development books during that time, like on Audible, and also playing like worship music the last half. So I was doing half and half. And then I would always end with like praying out loud, coming in, drinking my celery, taking a shower, changing clothes, whatever. Am I lagging? I'm sorry if I am. And then drinking my celery, taking a shower, change, making my coffee, as soon as I make my coffee, it's usually about time to do the journaling Zoom or hop on if I'm not hosting it. And so I do the journaling Zoom every single morning. And if I'm not able to get on, I still do my own self-development, like my devotional or whatever that morning on my own. That is honestly the key. You have to have some type of routine to follow. You have to have a reason to wake up and get out of bed and be excited. You have to wake up earlier than your schedule. You have to wake up earlier than your kids. If you're going to work full time still, you have to wake up earlier before it's time to get ready. I think it's so important to just like start your day on the right foot and to make time for it. Even if that's waking up at 5 a.m., it makes the biggest difference and you'll eventually get used to it. So I started waking up earlier. And is my internet messing up, you guys?
I can
Because it's
hear
like,
you, but you're like like your picture is glitching a little bit, but I can hear you just fine.
okay, as long as you can hear me, I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah, we can hear you.
But it keeps saying it's unstable. So I'm like, but anyways, so I think that finding a routine is important. So as a mom, I don't know if any of you guys are moms, but if you are, as a mom, when they shut down school in March, I was like, what is happening to my life? Everything is chaotic. I'm not used to having Ella home all day, Andy home all day, because usually I have Ella in pre-K or kindergarten and Andy in Mother's Day out twice a week. So I was used to having at least some time to myself. And when they shut everything down, I was like, what is actually happening in my life right now? And so I literally, you guys, made an hour by hour schedule of my life. Wake up, drink coffee, do self-development, get on journaling Zoom, homework time, nap time, playtime, me, office hours. Like I set office hours and I have an Alexa, so she would tell me every hour what we were supposed to be doing. And so, because we couldn't leave and we were home, and it's still kind of like that, honestly, now. And so, like, they shut down school again here. So it's like, I'm prepared now. Like, I got this. And we just have a routine schedule. And I just think, like, no matter how busy your life is, you have to make time for your business. There's been times when I have to stay up, till 1 o'clock in the morning to finish my work, or I have to wake up at 5, or I have to miss out on stuff and I have to do things, I have to make sacrifices here and there for my business. And I honestly think that's the key, is just making time for it and understanding that you have to fit it in your schedule, or else it will be put on the back burner. And then you're going to be like, crap, I should have done this, or I should have done that, instead of just doing it.
Yeah, I love that so much. Like I know whenever I came home from like working a full-time job and then like just doing this full-time, I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do? Like I prayed for time
Yeah.
and then I had all the time in the world and I wasn't working. I was like, okay, we gotta fix this. Like something's gotta change. But yeah, like I completely get that. I've been doing Miracle Morning over the last couple of days. And if you guys don't know what that is, one, listen to the audiobook on YouTube. On our last team Zoom, Macy said that you could do that. I didn't know that most or some books are on YouTube. So tip for that. But I listened to it and I've been waking up at 6 and thinking about like Thanksgiving over the next couple of days. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but we have like literally family, we're going all over the place. And I was like, I'm going to have to wake up at 5 tomorrow if I really want to like do everything I'm going to need to do. And I was like, dang, like, okay, it's fine. So I'm already mentally preparing myself for it. But I love that because like you literally just have to make time for your business or it's just like time's just going to get away from you. So I love that you said that. Okay, so the next question that we had was basically just like TikTok, and it wasn't even just like a like regular question. It literally just all of the things because I know you're killing it on TikTok. So basically, just like any tips, like that's much appreciated.
Okay. So I think the biggest thing with TikTok is you just have to do it consistently every single day. Just like anything else in this business, it has to be done every single day, over and over again. And so at first when I heard about TikTok, I was like, okay, like, I don't know about that. Like I'm good. I got Instagram, I got Facebook. I don't need TikTok. And I was doing really well on Instagram at that time with distributors and host posts on Facebook. So I was like, I'm good. Well, then people are like signing a freaking crap ton of distributors. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not signing that many. So what are y'all doing? TikTok. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do TikTok. And so I started doing it and I was just kind of doing it here and there. And I'm like, oh yeah, like it doesn't really work for me. That's like not my thing, whatever. And I thought it was fun. Like I like doing it because I love stuff like that actually. But I was like, I actually texted Cheyenne Knox and I was like, listen, you told me to do TikTok. I'm doing it, but like, what am I doing wrong? Because I'm not seeing the results that you are. And it's like kind of getting on my nerves. And so she was like, you just need to do it. You need to post 3 to 4 times a day, every single day. And I was like, okay, all at once, random times. What am I doing? She's like, just whatever, just post 3 to 4 times a day. So I started posting 3 to 4 times a day at the same time. I just did 4 in a row or 3 in a row, boom, boom, boom. And you have some videos that have 300 views and you have some videos that have 100,000. And it took a little while, but once I gained traction and once I gained momentum, it was like, oh my gosh. At the beginning, when people started filling out my form, my application, I was like, oh, like hyperventilating. I was like, I don't know what to do. There's so many people, but I also loved it because I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew I needed to talk to those people on the form. That was my task. And I had so many come in at once that I was like calling my grandma, my mom. I'm like, can y'all come like do shift work? And I'm just going to sit in my office. And I literally sat in my office for 12 hours straight, 3 days in a row, messaging people. And yeah, it was hard. And yeah, I felt bad having to ask them to come help me, but I knew that they could. And I was like, I will pay you. I will do whatever. Like, I just need help. And so I caught up with everyone. And like, long story short is I assigned 60 distributors that month and 41 of them in 10 days. Okay. So and they were all signing up for $99. And I was like, come on. And this was at the end of the month. This was like on the 21st, the 20th, what was it? The 21st to the 31st, I enrolled 41 distributors. And I remember like moving distributors. I was like, oh my God, how do you move 20 people at once? Like I was so stressed, but it was so worth it. And it was literally what I prayed for. And so ever since that month, so that was probably, I want to say it was like March, but here's the kicker that I want you guys to remember. Yeah, I signed that many distributors, but I was also signing 40 customers, sold 30 samples. Like I was doing everything because I was putting all my efforts where they needed to be. And I was doing host to post on Facebook. That's how I signed customers, posting my story. More people were seeing my story because I was gaining followers because of TikTok. And then I was offering the samples to my customers. And so I was doing all the things and it was like everything just came together. So ever since then, I have enrolled a minimum of 25 distributors every single month. The month before last, I enrolled 67 or something, like 65, 67, somewhere around there. And it's not like, I don't want to say it's not hard because that sounds like I'm being a douche, but it's really not. It's like you just do it and it all comes together. And yeah, everyone's like, how are you going to train that many people? I would rather sign quality over quantity. And I was like, that is an excuse. That is BS. There is no way you can tell me that you would rather sign 5 distributors over 60 because yeah, I may sign 60 and 40 don't work, but 20 do. You guys, I got Tyson, my husband, I signed him up in March. He went double diamond in 4 months because of every single person I moved under him was from TikTok. All these new people. He got his diamond in 3 months, got his bonus, got double the 4th month. He's now chartered for triple. And so it was like everything just came together and I ran with my newbies and I replaced old problems with new people. I was like, I'm sick of dragging you. I'm sick of trying to rebuild and rebuild. I rebuilt this one diamond 1,200 million times. And I was like, I'm done. And someone on a Zoom said, new people fix old problems. And I was like, yes. So I started bringing in new people and it was new blood and it got me excited and pumped up. So I'm not telling you how to do TikTok right now, but I'm obviously telling you what it can do. And I kind of went on like a separate rant. But so I just started, you guys, literally, if you can point and listen to music, you can do TikTok. It's not hard. I'm like, yeah, I'm just pointing and like, I can't dance and whatever. And I'm just happy. And people literally message me and they're like, I messaged you because you're so happy. Like you just look happy. Like you made me happy. And I can tell that like you love what you do. And I wanted info. And it's literally that simple. And so it's just like telling your story on Instagram or Facebook, but you're doing it through TikTok. And I generally like record all of my TikToks on Mondays. I get ready, I change my clothes, I do my things, and I record all of my TikToks on Mondays. I do like a million. I do so many. I have, like, if I looked right now, I have so many in my drafts because it's just what I do on Mondays. And oh shoot, sorry. I have 45 videos in my drafts because I record them all at once and then they're ready. So now, like, I don't go and put the words on them right away. But like, so today when I was ready to post, I just went on there and I added my words and I posted it. And when I'm ready to do my other one later, I'll add my words and I'll post it. And I don't have like a strategic time to when I post things. I just try to do 3. Now it's like 3 to 6 a day, which is a lot, but like it's worth it. And I direct people over to my Instagram to message me. So some of them still fill out my application, and that's totally fine. I don't really care as long as they're reaching out to me. I don't care. Like, I will do whatever I got to do. But I've gained so many followers because of it. I have more story views, so I was signing more customers from my stories because I make Skinny Brew every single morning on my story. And so it was just like a domino effect of goodness, and I got addicted to it. So it's just worth it. And it's so awesome. And I've just met like the most amazing people. But basically with TikTok, it's just like anything else. You just have to be consistent. You have to actually do it. And every single time you get on a Zoom and hear someone say, do TikTok, you're going to be like, yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. And then you're never going to do it, but you just have to do it. Just do it consistently. It didn't work right off the bat for me, but I just kept going and I kept asking people who it was working for, like, how is it working for you? What are you doing differently than me? And when Shay said do 4 a day, I was like, okay, I got this. And then it like took off. And still, like, to this day, some, like the most random ones, go crazy. And it'll have like 200, 1,000 views or 400 or whatever. And then I'll have ones with 1,400 views or 100 or 900. But I'm still getting consistent people messaging me every single day, no matter how many views I have. So I don't even look at that or care. I just do the TikToks and I just keep doing them. And then now I do reels. And so I just post them to reels every single day. And that's how I sign all of my distributors. I still do customers through Instagram stories and host a post, but like all of my distributors come from TikTok.
I love that. So one thing I did want to ask was, do you do like product TikToks at all? I know I look a lot at yours to like copy them, just gonna be honest. But do you do any about the products on your TikTok, or do you just do it more for distributors?
I honestly only do distributors. I think I've done like 2 for products. I feel like I did one the other day and I got a couple messages when I did it on Reels for Instagram, and I did sign a customer, one customer at least. But I know that host to post is how I sign the most customers. So I just do host to post and I do TikTok for distributors because that's what works for me. And it's easy for me to keep things separate like that. Mm-hmm. So it's like Facebook is for customers, Instagram and TikTok are for distributors. And actually now Instagram is kind of like my middle ground. It's where people come to see me as a person, and I do like products and my business and everything on there, but it's like not necessarily where everyone comes to me. It's just like to show people that I'm still on Instagram, honestly. So it's like Facebook customers, TikTok distributors is basically what I do.
Yeah, okay, I love that. So since you started talking about host to post, I just have questions about that now. So what is your like gist with host to post? Like, do you try to get like a certain number a day? Do you only do like one type of product post? Like, I hope you know what I'm trying to ask, but basically, like, how are you?
So honestly, I just post about the giveaway that's happening, and then I message people. I used to, okay. So before I was signing everyone because I was doing the TFX host to post. That's all I did. And then I switched to where I message them about the giveaway and then message them about you have them post about the giveaway and then you comment on their followers. For me, that did not work ever. I tried it for a month straight and it did not work for me like it worked for other people. So I went back to what worked for me. And that's TFX host to post or coffee. And so I pretty much just do coffee now because I'm more passionate about the coffee. I use the coffee every day. It still works, and so That's what I do. I have really good before and afters. And so I just post my own before and afters in the comments, and I message people, that comment. And then, I mean, that's all I do. Like, it's just TikTok, it's just host to post, but I don't do the whole giveaway thing and all that. And that works really well for some people, and that's awesome, but it didn't work for me. So I didn't do it anymore.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I like that you said that too, because like I personally do the giveaway post, but like now that you said that, I'm like starting to think and I'm like, yeah, the giveaway post is like really good for like growing your market and getting more posts up and everything like that. But like, I don't know, there's like different ways to go around it. So I like that you said that though, because that could definitely help like a bunch of people. So I think
Yes.
I remember you saying this on another Zoom, but now I'm just gonna ask again because I keep thinking of questions. So you do comment your before and afters in the comments of the host to post?
Yes.
Okay.
And I still have them tag me because that works for me. And if it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I don't like to change things. I tried that and everyone's like, this is working. And I'm like, that's great, but that doesn't work for me. And so I went back to what I originally did. And I felt like it like instantly rewarded me. And so I still do that.
Okay, so you comment your results and then you have people tag you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna try that out for myself because anything to get some customers. But
yeah, and I just say like, these are my personal results. Like that's what I put, and then I comment the picture underneath that quote.
yeah, I think I honestly was gonna start to do that because I actually cleaned out my text replacement the other day, and I had something that was literally your personal results, and it said these are my results, and I was like, that's not me. But I wonder if I like got that from you because it was your picture of Skinny Brew and TFX and celery. I think I don't know. I used sending it to customers, so maybe I said it to me. I don't know, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's all good.
Okay, so the next question, basically, I know you kind of touched on this a little bit when you were like talking about your story and stuff, but in a nutshell, why is being consistent right now? Like, why does it matter so much leading into 2021?
Okay, so from experience, you guys, I will tell you that I have went into conference running in October, November, December, January, and in those months I've always promoted. So the first time ever that I did that, I went from triple to presidential in February, so that's 28 days. And I'd been working on it since November. So I was constantly enrolling, consistently talking to people, pushing for it. But because of conference, it gave me that momentum. I've also went to conference where I kind of coasted at the end of the year. Conference comes around, I'm like, oh man, everything's gonna light on fire. My business is gonna blow up, and nothing happened because I had no seeds planted. I had no potentials. I had no one to talk to. I had no one to follow up with. I wasn't excited about my charts because I didn't even have them out. Like I just wasn't there mentally. And so right now, the holidays are happening, like literally this week. Christmas is coming. New Year's Eve is coming. They're announcing stuff on December 29th. You guys, December 29th, they are making big announcements that you don't want to miss. I don't think that's a secret. Hopefully it's not a secret, but I don't think it is. They're making announcements on December 29th.
Yeah, I mean, I've told them on Zooms before to mark their calendars for December 29th. So if it was,
I was like,
you can blame me.
I was like, I don't think that's a secret, but sorry. But December 29th, they're making big announcements. So like, why are you not going to work December 1st or now, through, like, if you haven't been working up until this point, like start tomorrow. It's not too late. You have to get potentials, or else conference is not going to do anything for you, to be honest, as far as your business blowing up, because it can 1000%. I've seen people on my team go from executive to diamond because of conference. But I've also seen people go to conference and do nothing, because they wait for that and they think that magic is going to sprinkle over their business and something crazy is going to happen with no potentials and no work ethic put in behind it. And that's just not how it is. So little tough love is you just have to work now and have all the things going. Like you may not sign a single person in December. That could happen. But if you're planting seeds and you're talking to people and you're posting and you're showing up and you're doing TikTok and you're doing all these things, it will pay off in January or February. And that's what is important. And that's what you have to know is you may not see results instantly, but if you go through and you actually do stuff, you will see results eventually. You just have to be consistent. It's like the number one thing in this business. That's one thing too, like in any ups and downs I've ever had in my business, the reason why I'm where I am right now in my business, which I believe is like the best I've ever been this year, has been my best year I've ever had, because I have never stopped working as much as I wanted to, as many things have happened, as burnt out as I have been in the past, and all of these things happening, I never ever didn't show up. Like I was always doing something. May not have been the right thing, but I'm always show up for my business. And so that's why I believe like it's paying off now, is because I learned so much and I've never like given up. I've never stopped.
Yeah, I love that because I know like for myself, and I know my team knows this. But I mean, like at the end of last year, like I was not planting seeds. I was like barely doing anything. So like going into conference, like I was excited because like I knew what was coming, like the excitement and everything. And like I
Yeah.
had an amazing, like, I mean, I've had a great year, but like I'm talking about just like those months right after conference, those were great. And then thinking about it, I was like, imagine if like I would have like planted seeds. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I literally was so mad at myself because I was like, imagine if I would have like planted seeds, like so much more would have happened. And that's one thing that I feel like that's why I'm so excited for this year, because like I have nonstop worked since January 1st. Like it was obviously before that, but like this is honestly, truthfully, the first year that I will have worked for 365 days besides the Sabbath. That doesn't matter. But like I'm just so excited for that. And like I'm just so, I can't even talk. I'm already getting excited. But I'm just
Well,
excited
and even
with like what it does.
yeah, and even just like for me, like I was telling people, whenever they announced the $24 deal, I signed 31 people in one day. One day I signed 31 distributors. You know why? Because and that was following up with people from 2 weeks because I had so many potentials. I only went back 2 weeks in my Instagram messages and I followed up and I signed 31 people in one day. And that was because I had been consistent and doing all the things. And when they come out with stuff like that, I was like, I have hundreds of people to talk to about this. I could have kept going, but I was like, dude, I think I'm good. Like, I think 31 is a good number. I think that's a lot of customers and fast starts to get in, all in 30 days. And so I was like, I'm good. I'm going to start training these people now and I'm going to move on. And so that was the month I think that I signed 65 or 67, whatever that was. I feel like it was like 2 months ago. It could have been 3, but it's because I had so many potentials. I've been talking to so many people. And when I was just like, hey, I literally just say, hey, it's $24. Like, you ready? And they're like, yep. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And so that's just like with conference, when they say like, this is happening, like if you do this, like whatever they're announcing, I don't know, it's supposed to be the craziest thing ever. And so it's like you're ready because you've been preparing for it. You're charted, you have your people ready, you're hungry, like, and you're just going for it. So it just all comes together.
Yeah, I love that so much. And I remember when it reminded me, whenever we had the $24 deal, it reminded me of when it was like first ever $20, like back in like 2018. And I was like, holy crap, like this is about to be insane. And I think that day I had signed like 15 distributors whenever it was $24. And I love that you said like I only went back 2 weeks. I was like, oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
insane. But that's so awesome though. That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
I was like, well, the last 2 weeks they got in, but like I didn't even tell anyone else because I was just like that's just crazy. Like it was eye-opening to me. I was like, if I hadn't been working, I would have no one. I would have signed nobody because I wouldn't have had anyone to talk to.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Okay, so as for now, at least, the last question I have for you is basically just like going into this new year and the new season and da 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 da. Like, what are your biggest tips on just like duplicating leadership, like down to your leaders and then down to your team throughout that?
Okay, so who's ready?
Okay, sorry, my husband was like checking on me, I guess. But so how do I leadership to my team? I have it in my notes. Any tips duplicating leadership down to your team? Okay, so honestly, I feel like my biggest thing is leading by example. And I can tell them all day long what to do, but I feel like showing them makes them want it more. And so we have a boom chat. Me and Courtney Lavey combine it. And so we do like boom chat, like distributors, customers, whatever. And so in there, my team can see me enrolling. They can see how many distributors or how many customers I'm enrolling. And it motivates me because I want to be the hardest worker. I want to be the lead enroller, top enroller on my team always. Not that I don't want them to do better than me, but I want to show them I can do this. After 5.5 years, you can do this too. And I'm not doing anything magical. It's just what I need to be doing. They're like blaring music now. So I, sorry if you hear some like Tyler Chillers back there. But I think that just like showing them, and I do have like a leader text chat on my iPhone, just like a text chat with my top leaders that are actively working. And we talk to each other every single day, whether it's about the business or life or whatever. And I think like building that relationship, getting on, FaceTime with them, calling them just like as a friend and as a leader and talking about the business and life. I think it just like makes the biggest difference in the community that you have in your team. And just showing them that you're there and you're a real person, and it's okay if they're going through life and things aren't what they want, and that you're still there and you can still work and be, successful. So I don't know. I think that honestly, it just kind of came to me when I was talking that leading by example is the biggest thing that I do for my team, and just showing up and being on Zooms and talking to them. And anytime something is working for me, I'm running to my team and telling them this is working, because why wouldn't you want it to work for them too? And I'll sit there and be like, listen, I just did TikToks and I have this many people messaging me, and I'm like showing them, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything crazy. Like, this is literally all that I'm doing. And so that's like the biggest thing, is just showing them and being there, and being the person that I want on my team, and not just like telling them to do it and then me sitting back and be like, good job, like y'all got this. But I'm like doing it every single day and showing up every single day so that they know that they can do it too.
Yeah, I love that so much.
My jaw hurts from talking so much today, I think. I'm like,
oh no, you're fine. And I love that you said like leading by example, because I remember 1 month whenever Amber Lee, she's on here, and she had enrolled like 20, 25 customers. Like she was like popping the customers. And that was the first month that I like wasn't the highest enroller on my team. And I was like, Amberly, I love you. Like, oh my gosh, like you're making my red.
like, hold on.
Yeah. And it like literally was such a competitive thing, because I was like, I love you and I'm proud of you, but you will not beat me. Like this is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. Okay, so that was basically all of my questions. If no one has any more, and throw them in the chat and we can get to those. But just for now, thank you so much for hopping on. I literally took like a whole freaking page of notes. So super excited to I'm definitely going to start changing up my host to post and just at least see how it works out for like a week or something. But yeah, I am just so
grateful. It's like scary to change it. Like I always get scared to change things, but you have to figure out what works for you, because if you're doing something that's not working, like why are you doing it? And yeah, if it doesn't work one time, that's one thing, but if it's not working all the time, switch it up, try something new. And some people on my team, like they switched to where there was like some live and Diamond Elite, and they were like, I can't remember her name, but she's like, I do the giveaway, and then they post, and she signed like 40 customers in like 10 days. And I'm like, it didn't work for me, and that's okay. So I just went back to what I was doing, and I'm like, I shouldn't have never ever stopped, but like, at least I tried. And I went back to signing customers instantly just by switching it back to what I know and what works for me.
Yeah, totally. I love that.
It's important.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.